Welcome to the World Wire Update. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for more updates and thrilling short scenes. An aircraft carrier is more than a ship. It's a mobile airbase and a symbol of national power, able to project influence anywhere on the globe. These massive vessels carrying dozens of advanced aircraft are the centerpiece of any naval fleet and a clear signal of intent when they arrive in a region. Their presence alone deters adversaries, reassures allies, and signals commitment in the high-stakes arena of international politics. Unlike fixed bases, a carrier strike group, complete with escorts, offers unmatched flexibility, able to respond rapidly to crises or enforce freedom of navigation. This mobility makes carriers indispensable for global powers, allowing them to shape events and support partners worldwide. Each deployment is a deliberate act of foreign policy, not just a military maneuver. Every patrol, exercise, and port call is a chapter in the ongoing story of alliances and rivalries. The decision to send a carrier is always strategic, making its arrival a focal point of international attention. In July 2025, Manila's port became the stage for a powerful display of U.S.-Philippines alliance, showcasing the strength and unity between the two nations. As the USS George Washington and its strike group arrived, marking a significant event in the region. This was no routine visit, it followed Chinese carrier drills nearby, sending a clear message of U.S. commitment to its treaty ally, the Philippines. The visit included high-level talks between U.S. and Filipino naval leaders, reinforcing shared goals and future cooperation, and strengthening their strategic partnership. The carrier's presence, with its formidable air wing, underscored the military might backing the alliance, showcasing advanced capabilities and readiness. For the Philippines, the sight of the carrier brought reassurance amid regional tensions, symbolizing a protective shield. For the U.S., it was a public reaffirmation of its investment in Indo-Pacific security, demonstrating its resolve to maintain peace and stability. The port call was more than military posturing. It was a diplomatic engagement and a statement of unity, highlighting the deep-rooted ties between the two nations. The visit demonstrated that the U.S. stands ready to defend its allies and uphold the rules-based order, ensuring a free and open Indo-Pacific. For the international community, it was a reminder of the enduring strength of this critical partnership and the importance of collective security. The USS George Washington's visit was a vivid chapter in the ongoing story of U.S.-Philippines cooperation, a testament to their unwavering alliance. 2 months before the George Washington's Manila visit, the USS Nimitz patrolled near Scarborough Shoal, a flashpoint between China and the Philippines. This area, long a source of tension, has seen repeated standoffs and close encounters between rival coast guards and fishing fleets. The Nimitz's presence was not just routine, it was a deliberate move in a region where every maneuver is closely watched. This deployment, timed with the Balikatan joint exercises, was a calculated show of support for Manila. The exercises themselves brought together thousands of U.S. and Filipino troops, highlighting the depth of the alliance and the shared commitment to regional security. By operating near contested waters during major drills, the U.S. demonstrated its commitment extends beyond training to real-world presence. The message was clear. The U.S. stands ready to back its allies, not just in words, but with ships and sailors on the front lines. The Nimitz filled the gap left by the redeployed USS Carl Vinson, ensuring continuous U.S. carrier presence in the region. This seamless transition underscored the Navy's ability to maintain pressure and visibility, no matter the circumstances. Rear Admiral Maximilian Clark emphasized the importance of persistent, capable forces at sea. He noted that such presence reassures partners and deters those who might seek to test the boundaries of international norms. The Nimitz's position reinforced the U.S. doctrine of a free and open Indo-Pacific, challenging excessive maritime claims. By upholding freedom of navigation, the U.S. Navy helps keep vital sea lanes open for all nations. Carrier operations near disputed territories act as a stabilizing force, deterring unilateral changes to the status quo. These missions send a powerful signal that the U.S. will not turn a blind eye to coercion or aggression. The U.S. Navy's presence signals vigilance and readiness to uphold international law. Every watchstander, every patrol, is a reminder that the world is watching, and that rules matter. These deployments are not just about power projection, they're about maintaining balance and preventing escalation. The steady presence of U.S. forces helps keep tensions from boiling over into open conflict. The watch over Scarborough Shoal was a quiet but firm reminder of U.S. resolve. Even in the calm, the message was unmistakable. The US is here, and it is watching. It showed allies and adversaries alike that the US is committed to regional stability and that its promises of support are backed by action on the high seas. The US-Philippines military partnership is built on decades of cooperation, epitomized by joint exercises like Balikatan. The 2025 Balikatan was among the largest ever, involving thousands of troops and complex operations simulating real-world crises. These drills build interoperability, trust, and the ability to respond swiftly to any threat. For the Philippines, it's a chance to modernize and strengthen its forces. For the US, it ensures access and familiarity in a vital region. The exercises send a clear deterrent message. Aggression against the Philippines will meet a unified response. Beyond tactics, these drills foster personal bonds and mutual respect between service members. Carrier deployments during Balikatan link strategic presence with tactical training, reinforcing the alliance at every level. This partnership is more than a treaty. It's a living alliance, constantly renewed through shared action and purpose. The South China Sea is a hotbed of overlapping claims, with China's 9-dash line clashing with the rights of Southeast Asian nations like the Philippines. Scarborough Shoal, just 120 nautical miles from Luzon, has been under Chinese control since a 2012 standoff that blocked Filipino fishermen. The 2016 Hague Tribunal ruled in favor of the Philippines, but China rejected the decision and maintained its presence. This ongoing dispute fuels instability and forces the Philippines and its allies to seek new ways to push back. U.S. naval patrols near the shoal directly challenge China's attempts to change the facts on the water. By operating in contested areas, the U.S. reinforces that these are international waters, not a Chinese lake. The presence of an American carrier gives the Philippines space to assert its rights and keeps the dispute from being settled by force. U.S. carrier deployments in the South China Sea have sparked a war of words between Washington and Beijing, escalating tensions in an already volatile region. U.S. officials frame their actions as routine, necessary for regional stability, and rooted in partnership and a rules-based order. They argue that their presence is a deterrent against potential aggression and a reassurance to allies in the region. Rear Admiral Anduz emphasized the shared vision for a free and peaceful Indo-Pacific, highlighting the importance of maintaining open sea lanes and respecting international maritime laws. China, however, sees these moves as provocative, accusing the Philippines of colluding with the U.S. to stir up trouble. Chinese officials argue that these actions are a direct threat to their sovereignty and security. Chinese officials claim the alliance introduces instability and undermines regional peace. They assert that the presence of foreign military forces exacerbates tensions and could lead to unintended conflicts. The two sides present fundamentally opposing worldviews. The U.S. as a global leader upholding international law, China as a victim of outside interference. This ideological clash further complicates diplomatic efforts to find common ground. The U.S. insists on freedom of navigation and peaceful dispute resolution, using carrier presence as a security umbrella. They believe that their military presence is essential to prevent any single nation from dominating the region. China argues the South China Sea should be resolved by regional players, not outside powers. They advocate for a regional approach to security and dispute resolution, free from external influence. This clash of narratives is as central to the conflict as the ships themselves, with both sides vying to shape global opinion. The battle for hearts and minds is as intense as the strategic maneuvers on the waters. Beyond military might, U.S. carrier visits foster personal connections and goodwill. During the USS George Washington's Manila stop, sailors engaged in community service, renovating schools, playing sports, and sharing stories. These acts build trust and show a human side to the U.S. military, deepening the partnership beyond strategy. Sailors also immerse themselves in Filipino culture, gaining appreciation for the country they support. These experiences are shared back home, broadening support for the alliance. Community engagement is a vital form of soft power, complementing the carrier's hard power. The bonds formed on shore help ensure the alliance remains strong, rooted in mutual respect and a shared vision for peace.